This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you tap that like button, tap that subscribe button, destroy the like button. Destroy it. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. Try to look at the bright side of things. I know it's hard right now, and you got a lot of people with tinfoil hats on the internet, you know, acting a little crazy. So, just, I don't know. Try to block all that stuff out. That's what I'm trying to do, because it makes you go crazy. Anyways, we got Blueface showing that he gets paid from Cash Money. Showing a check for like $100 and something thousand from ASCAP. That's cool. That's good to know that he's at least getting paid. Okay. Then we got Wack 100. Jay Stone, who was down with Nip. So Wack 100 put up this post, and someone said they should have done the job right. And then he said, like the guy they did on the last post you have. And the guy's last post was Nip, right? So I was like, wow, this guy just keeps violating. Somebody caught Wack 100 slipping the other day. As you see, they, you know, popped at his car. They said, next time, hit the driver's side, coward. You think this scares me? Oh, he shook, trust me. Then Jay Stone reacted to the Nip post, and he said, you know, Nip pressed him, and that's why he's so angry. Nip pressed him for trying to act tough, and Wack 100 backed down, and I completely believe that. Okay, I believe that 100%. I think that, you know, Wack 100 is like, I've never. It's like, whatever. He says, I told you to keep his name out your mouth. You ain't do ish. You keep talking about him. Let's talk about when he backed you down in public. So trust me, that's why Wack 100 is talking about him so much. He's in his feelings, man. He's in his feelings. Then we got 50 Cent. He dissed his son. He said he would pick Tekashi over his son. So, of course, his son reacted. Now, I feel a couple ways about this. First of all, 50, that's your son. There's no reason to go tit for tat with your son. But if his son took the mother's side, I can understand where he's hurt, right? And he's showing it. It's such a messy situation because it's father and son. I don't really particularly get along with my father for certain things, but I wouldn't take it public, but everything's public with 50. So Marquise reacts to it, and it's kind of weird, but I understand because he's hurt too. It's a lot of hurt going on here.
I just woke up. I had a long day on the gram yesterday. I didn't get the chance to hop in the most gangster slide ever. Before I take my, he better than Marquise though. I take him before I take my actual fight. Did he just say he'll claim a rat? Oh, no, I don't want no parts of that cheese right in over here, big fella. I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know what y'all got going on over there. I just woke up.
I don't know, man. You know, him and his son, they got to get over that. I don't know what to say, you know, because it's a sensitive subject, you know. That's a sensitive subject. So I hope one day in the future they can try to put it behind them. You know, when two parents split up, sometimes the mother turns the child against the father. I've seen that. I'm not saying she's totally wrong. I'm not saying 50 didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying that's what happens. The spat between the mother and the father involves the son, and of course the son's going to pick the mom if you're living with the mom, or pick the dad when you're living with the dad. You know, it's such a bad situation, man. Anyways, regarding everything else, a lot of people are trying to make people feel scared now. I'm seeing a lot of weird news come out. I don't know. Hopefully they start opening everything up in May. I can understand we had a slowdown for the hospitals catch up. We obviously, the organizations that our tax dollars go to prevent things like this from happening weren't prepared, okay? and we're talking about, you know, the CDC and places like that. They weren't prepared for this, and we had no supplies. The hospitals weren't prepared, and they had to catch up. Saying that, let's send some prayers to Fred the Godson. He's in the hospital right now. He's fighting for his life, you know, so let's send some prayers towards Fred the Godson. Hopefully he pulls through it for his family. And yeah, the hospitals had to catch up, but I think we should start restarting this country in a few weeks because, guys, I'm going to tell you something. If the country stays shut down, I think we should go back with, they should, first of all, they need tests for everybody, right? Before you go back to work, you should be tested. Secondly, everyone needs the gear they need to go out, you know, just so, you know, masks, gloves, and all that stuff, right? And, you know, because if we don't go back to work in 3 weeks, we're going to be facing a depression. And that will be even worse than anything you can imagine. Okay, just look up the Great Depression. And everything everybody's worked for down the tubes. And for some it'll be opportunity, for some it'll be a total loss, you know? So I'm not saying that to scare you, I'm saying that to say, and I see that they're trying to, like, if you go to Costco or something like that, they're not letting you buy a TV or something that's there. They're only letting you buy essential items in certain states, not every state. That's a form of control from the government. That's not coming from Costco. That's coming from the government at that point. And I'm talking about local government, not the main, you know, not the country. I'm talking about local governments doing that because it's happening locally. And that's dangerous because it's too much control going on. We're already being controlled enough here where we can't do this and that, and I understand it to a certain degree, okay? But don't let them control you too much because, hey, power is one hell of a thing, man. You don't want to give... We got to keep our power in some way, and a lot of bills are trying to go through right now to trying to pass certain laws because we're distracted right now. I'm not going down some path. I'm just saying be aware of what's going on out here, you know, like it's weird, you know, and I'm not into the tinfoil hat theories. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm just saying these are facts that are happening, you know, like these are being reported in the Post and stuff like that. Certain news is fake, you know, like they're just doing it for clicks. But what I recommend is hunker down, stay away from people. Let's get the curve down, right? So that they can allow things to open up. That's my only point. Like, let's get this thing going so we can at least get somewhat back to normal. It's going to take a while. I'm not saying open it all up on one day. We got to slowly open back up, man. You know, like, imagine all the small businesses that won't get a bailout. There's not enough bailout money for every business. You know, your favorite restaurant up the street, they're not going to get enough of a bailout, man. You know, I'm going to tell you that right now. Gyms, they're not going to open back up. Everybody's buying gym equipment. Go try to buy a pair of dumbbells or something right now. Those aren't opening back up. Some are going to close. They already have a small margin as it is. And Costco and these companies, if they can't sell the bigger goods, they're going to suffer because they don't make a big margin on water and toilet paper, man. They make their money on the goods you buy when you're getting... Notice how the TVs are right there when you get in Costco. All the stuff they make the money on is the stuff you pass by to get to the food. They don't make as much money on the food at Costco. They make money on the other stuff. The clothes, the impulse buys that you can get going on the way, you know, oh, I need paper for the whole year. Stuff like that. Oh, that's you know, I'm just putting things in perspective. I know I'm ranting right now, but I think we all need to talk about this on a level playing field instead of going on Facebook and, you know, putting your tinfoil hat on and going down that road, which I can understand some people doing that, but let's just talk about things like real basics, you know? We're going to be okay. Let's just get through this and get back to living, get back to making money, get back to inspiring each other, getting back to motivating each other. And, you know, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys for watching me. I love you guys. And please stay strong during this and don't let it get the better part of your health. Okay? I appreciate your mentality. I appreciate you guys.